of you beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of Lorusso's Room, the talk show where we talk, most of the time, if not always, out of our hats about our ideas, our thoughts and opinions, and most importantly, our studies and works with a variety of creative guests every week. Now, you will notice that this week, there is no guest, it's actually just me, and I'm not surrounded by the big old black bars. So yeah, we're doing something a little bit different today because my recording session this week with my guest, who we'll have on next week, it actually got corrupted. So I was like, hey, let's do a solo episode because I'm a chatterbox and I have a lot to talk about no matter what the subject is. So I talk obsessively about the idea of allowing yourself to just kind of be who you are and allow yourself to flow, kind of like water. And what I mean by that is just kind of allow your body to move faster than your mind has time to think about it. And I always think about the times in my life where some of the most beneficial moments were when my body would move faster than I had time to think about it, and then I'd snap back into the moment where I'm in the middle of it and I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I just did that. What's going on? Then I'm right in the middle of it, so hey, I might as well keep going. So those moments like that are super key. But I think the one thing that I love to see most in people is when they can just be themselves and allow their minds to flow like that river, and allow their bodies to move faster than they have time to think about it in public, and when they have no cares in the world about what people think about them. I think those are the most beneficial moments that we have as people. So to give an example for what I mean, I'm a little bit of a devious guy. I really like to pull pranks on people and kind of, I like to make people laugh, and I like to make people go, oh, fuck off, Noah, get away from me. I love those moments because they're funny for me, and they give people a little bit of leverage while I can just I can give them that little bit of embarrassment, but it's a bit of fun embarrassment, let's say. So allow me to tell a little bit of a story. Me and my friend went to this party, and there were tons of people there. So we decided that we wanted to act up when we got there, because what else do you do at a party? You have fun, and you allow yourself to just kind of do what you want to do and have a good time doing it. So when we got there, we noticed that the music was really bad. I mean, I'm talking, it was very early mid-2000s pop, and it wasn't anything good. It was like the stuff that got overplayed within the first week of it releasing, and there was hip hop on it, but it was like, again, very early and very mid 2000s, and it was just awful. It wasn't anything good stuff. There was no Nelly on that playlist. I'll 100% assure you that. So yeah, we kind of realized that the music really, really sucked. So me and my friend had this idea, and we looked at each other. We were like, oh, we should hijack the stereo. So me and my friend go up to the phone that was connected to the aux at the time. We unplug it, and we plug in my phone really quickly. And me being me, I decided that I wanted to play the Indian cover of Lil Tecca's Ransom, and I played that on full volume. I blasted it. And I think my favorite part about this story is that nobody at the party actually noticed that a new song was playing, and they continued bumping just the same way. So you had this entire group of people bumping to the Indian cover of Ransom. It was fucking awesome. I love every second of when I fortunately get to remember that. But after that, my friend decided that he wanted to play some hype music, and he wanted to get the party live, and he wanted to make sure that everybody was bumping again. Everybody still was, but he got it to another level by playing music that he loved, and allowing everybody else to just kind of tag along and enjoy it with them. So that was really fun. And I bring this up because the idea of letting yourself kind of move before you have time to think about it, I think really came out in this story. I think that showed something big about my personality, where I'm kind of devious, and I want to have fun. I want to make people laugh. And he wanted to make the room lively, and he wanted to make people jump and have a good time and just, kind of vibe out, and that's what you do at a party, right? That idea of letting yourself be, and doing the things that are unique to you is a phrase that I've coined as your voice. Now, your voice are the things that are unique to you. It's the way that you'll do something, and it's the way that you want to achieve your goals, and it's the pathways that you'll take, and it's the unique ways that you'll do these things in the way that you will do them. And the way that I kind of boil this term down is it's doing something as unique to you as the way you speak. And I think everybody has such a big, beautiful voice on this earth, whether you're shy and introverted or whether you're absolutely wild and boisterous and extroverted like I am. So sorry for all those beautiful descriptors. I don't know. But just as singing, it takes a lot of work to tone your voice, to tone your metaphorical voice as well as your literal voice. And there's a shit ton of work that goes behind finding what it is that is your voice and being able to kind of define it. So today we're going to be talking a lot about our voices. We're going to be talking about the things that make up our voices and maybe how to better understand our voice and how to find it a little bit. I'm going to be talking a lot about stories that make me think about our voices and how to kind of define it and what it means to me to see that voice and what a voice is. What a voice is to me. I think the number one thing to do if you want to see and understand your voice is to begin to understand how you're going to react to things and what is the main driving factor that is going to push your body to move faster than you even have time to think about it. And when you're in the moment, you will get that little shock of embarrassment. You're like, what am I doing? Because I think you realize that in that moment, you're doing exactly what you want to, but now you're in a space where it's publicized. So you're like, oh God, I can't believe I'm doing exactly what I want to do in public. It's a really crazy feeling. So to bring back up the party story, when you heard that loud music, is your devious first thought to throw on some meme music and allow everybody to just sweep it under the rug and have fun doing that? Or maybe you like the energy that the music gives and you're kind of thinking, well, everybody's enjoying themselves and everybody's having fun, even if this really shitty music's on. So let's jump in and dance with everybody else. And in that moment, would you dance with somebody to bring that life to them, or would you do it yourself to just bust a move and have fun? Or maybe you hate the music so much that you jump in your BMW lowrider and you drive away while bumping your own tunes. Or in some cases, maybe you didn't go to the party at all and you vouched to stay home, play Sekiro, and send photos to your friends of that silly bearded Snapchat filter with, it's got the earrings and the glasses and the big biker beard. It's really rugged and scary. I'm actually terrified of it. I'm kidding. I'm not terrified of Snapchat filters. That'd be absolutely crazy. No matter how mundane these reactions are, all of these things come together to build who you are and to build your unique voice. Because when these things happen and when you do these things that are very unique to you, and when your body does move faster than you have time to think about it, it's your intuition that's telling you that this is the right decision. Let's do that. So these things are distinctly you. Those things become those moves that are like, yep, that's totally a Keith move to do. Or maybe in my case, I can hear gorillas 2 blocks away at full blast. I know that Noah's coming because that's a very, very Noah thing to do, to blast his tunes incredibly loud and pull into somebody's driveway. My girlfriend will actually tell you that I do that a lot when I drive up there, and she lives in the middle of the bush, so I always really get a kick out of seeing the cottagers down there. Seeing them kind of like look and be like, well, what is going on when I pull up blasting the Tragically Hip and Gorillaz and sometimes even Travis Scott. And I don't like to admit that. This is the only time I'll admit that on the show. But anyways, let's get into the next topic. I'm gonna talk a little bit about one of my closest friends that I think really inspired this idea of the voice, because I think he has such a loud one, both metaphorically and literally. So he's a little bit of an introverted guy. He's definitely quiet and he's shy, but he's so unbelievably good at rolling with the joke and just allowing himself to laugh at anything that comes his way. I definitely don't think that there's a person on earth that could do half of what he does because of the way that he does it. Since he's so shy and awkward in public, and I'm sorry, you know who you are. I'm sorry for calling you awkward. You're definitely not awkward, but I'm gonna. But anyways, the way that he does things really complements his shy and awkwardness because he's so extravagant and outgoing with the plans that we give him. I mean, this is the same guy that his comfort level will tell him that it's totally okay for him to jump in the back of my car, so that we can go prank people when we pick them up, or so we can surprise people in a very fun and caring way. So one time we decided to pick up one of my good friends as well, one of our good friends as well, and surprise him. We brought his sister and his girlfriend at the time. So we had this big devious plan that I schemed up to hide everybody in a certain location so that he would get to see them all and be surprised. And to this day, we can't believe that it worked because he is so unbelievably gullible, and we pranked him with everybody. And so the final one that we had is my friend that we're talking about, the shy and awkward one. We had him in the back of my trunk. So I was like, "Hey, dude, just go throw your bags in the car and close it up, and we'll get going." So he was like, "All right, okay, let's do it." So he opened up my trunk, and there my friend was laying in a beautiful, sexy pose, waiting for my friend to put his bags in the trunk. So he does things like that, and it's always so unbelievably funny because I don't think when we tell people that he does these kinds of things, they believe it, because people know him as the shy and quiet dude that doesn't really talk to anybody. So I think when we tell them these stories, they're like, "Oh, there's no way that he could do that." But he's the type of guy, when we tell people about him, we always say, well, once you get to know him, he'll never shut up. You'll never get him to shut up. So your voice comes into play when you have those moments where you become who you are and you allow yourself to just be what feels natural and what feels fun, what's really going to be what you feel like doing. I know for my case, I do stay silent on this one, so it might not be a great example, but I don't want to disturb people. So in this setting, the other day when I was driving, I saw somebody holding a big Schneider's box. My immediate thought while I was in the middle of driving was to roll down my window and go, "Hey, dude, what's good at the deli today? What do you got there?" And just like start a conversation with this guy while he was walking in the middle of the street and I was driving. So it was a moment like that where I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say it, but allowing yourself to feel those moments and understand when you're gonna react like that, and just let your mind feel it and not think that because you do it, it's gonna be weird or somebody won't get it. Just let yourself do it, because at the end of the day, when you feel those things, it's all you, and your intuition is gonna tell you that it's gonna be the right thing to do, because that's the thing that you want to do. So if that isn't food for thought this week, I don't know what is. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, your boy. I don't want to say that. Hey, this is Noah, and I have a couple of closing words on this week's topic that I thought of as I was recording the outro. So the one thing that I think I forgot to say is your personality is very, very closely tied with your voice, and I think that your voice is kind of like the flakes and the bits that come off of your personality that show your voice and what you're all about, and you can piece them together to see the bigger picture. I hope that you enjoyed the show, and I hope that this week's topic got you thinking. If you have any comments, questions, or maybe you just want to start a discussion in the comment section down below, I strongly advise you to do so. Let's hear your voice this week. Maybe I can clear up some questions that you had about the show, or hey, maybe you just want to tell me I'm doing a great job and that you love me. I would really, really appreciate that. It would really feed my ego. Anyways, we'll be back same time next week. Stay beautiful.